In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 NHL games happening on November 15th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Tampa Bay Lightning versus Florida Panthers. It is an Atlantic Division matchup in the heat of the Sunshine State as two clubs chase 2 points on a Saturday afternoon. Tampa Bay heads across the state to face Florida, and each side enters with its own search for steadier play. Florida enters after a 6-3 win over Washington that showed a more complete attack. Sam Reinhart and Carter Verhaeghe still lead the push, yet the lift from Anton Lundell and Brad Marchand gave the lineup more balance. The group remains without Barkov and Tkachuk, but it spreads the puck well and forces coverage across the sheet. Playing on home ice, the team will try to carry that flow into a rivalry game against Tampa Bay. The question for this part of the matchup is how long they can keep pressure on a Lightning group that creates chances but leaves some unfinished until late. Any firm judgment waits until the end. On the back end, Florida offers enough structure to match its scoring. The group keeps opponents under 3 goals per game on average, and Sergei Bobrovsky looked in control against the Capitals. The pair of Aaron Ekblad and Seth Jones has kept high danger looks to a low rate, which helps the goaltender square up pucks. Tampa Bay can threaten, yet the Lightning shows swings in form and stretches where their touches near the net fade. If Florida keeps its shape and Bobrovsky stays in rhythm, the team can handle tempo for long spells. Though the final call comes later, the Panthers stay short-handed, yet they find results at home and tend to grind out close games. Their home mark of 6-1 shows how firm they can be in their own building, and they have taken 7 of the last 10 meetings with Tampa Bay. These clubs bring a physical edge into almost every meeting. The history and present run of play shape the direction of this part of the matchup, and the closing view arrives only at the end as our first pick for this matchup. The Florida Panthers money line is our full game side pick. Tampa Bay enters with a 9-7 record to the under in 16 games. Their contest averaged 6.06 goals, and that number drops to 5.88 in 8 road games. Florida has reached the under in 9 of 17 games. The Panthers sit at 5.77 goals on average, with 5.75 in 8 home games. Both groups fight for clean looks at the net, and each features a goaltender with championship experience. The pace and scoring trends shape the direction of this section, and the final word on the total comes at the close. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Boston Bruins versus Montreal Canadiens. The Boston Bruins meet the Montreal Canadiens in a matchup where both clubs want to build on solid stretches of play. The home side tries to steady its form and regain control on familiar ice. Montreal looks for tighter execution in each zone and for longer stretches of sustained pressure before any final judgment on how the game plays out. The Canadiens have hit a rough patch, yet the setting gives them room to settle in and work back to the style that suits them. They can carry the puck with purpose and push into the attacking zone in clean waves. Their forwards, including Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield, can move the puck with short, sharp passes that open lanes and create steady shot volume. Boston allows an average of 3.36 goals per game, which can present chances if Montreal maintains possession and keeps its entries simple. On the other side of the rink, Montreal's blue line can tighten gaps and disrupt Boston's rhythm. Mike Matheson and Noah Dobson can close space, force turnovers, and limit clean looks on their own goaltender. Samuel Montembeault should then see the puck well and stay set for key stops as the game develops. All of these factors shape how the contest may unfold before reaching any final outcome. As our first pick for this matchup, the Montreal Canadiens money line is our full game side pick. Montreal enters this meeting after being outscored 12-1 in its last 2 games. The club has dropped 4 of its last 5 and now looks for steadier footing at home, where it owns a 5-3-1 mark. Boston had a strong run halted in its previous outing and holds a 3-5-0 record on the road, which leaves questions about consistency away from home ice. The Bruins have produced high totals, going over 6.5 goals in 4 of their last 5 games. Montreal has matched that pattern with the same overmark in 4 of its last 5. Both teams share the top spot in the Atlantic, yet their recent form diverges. The Canadiens sit at 1-4 in their last 5, and the Bruins stand at 7-1 in their last 8, though their road play remains below average. Their combined scoring rate sits at 6.8 goals per game, and their combined goals allowed also sits at 6.8 per game, which is well above the current total and sets the stage for how the pace might build before any assessment at the end. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Chicago Blackhawks. Toronto visits Chicago for a Saturday meeting at the United Center. Each club holds 8 wins this season, which sets an even frame before the puck drops. The visitors have only 1 road win in 5 road games, and they enter this matchup on a run of 4 straight losses. Chicago brings stronger defensive play, a more reliable penalty kill, and steadier work in net. These factors shape the setup of the game. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Blackhawks money line is our full game side pick. Toronto has produced steady offense this season while giving up goals with equal regularity, which pushes many of their games toward higher totals. Chicago has its own issues and shows uneven form, yet this group has enough in its forward lines to pressure a defense like Toronto's and find scoring chances. Both teams enter with conditions that point toward an open ice style. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Edmonton Oilers versus Carolina Hurricanes. Edmonton, at 8-7-4, looks to climb the Pacific Division table when it heads to Lenovo Center on Saturday night to meet Carolina. The Oilers enter this game with a pattern of strong starts and weak finishes, a pattern that shows up most on the road, where they have taken 6 losses. Their roster has talent, and a rebound feels likely at some point, yet their form makes them hard to gauge and less steady than in past seasons. Carolina, steady in most areas, continues to look like one of the league's toughest groups at home. Getting them at a modest price often feels rare. Carolina has taken 4 of its last 5 games, while Edmonton has dropped 3 of its last 5. In the side analysis, note that Carolina enters this meeting with better flow on offense, with 11 goals over its last 3 home dates. Their power play has not produced often, with a 12% success rate, but their even strength play has carried them. Edmonton owns a strong penalty kill, yet its defensive play has slipped, with 10 goals allowed over its last 3 road games. That trend suggests pressure for the visiting group. On the other side, Edmonton's attack has not pushed the same pace. With 9 goals in its last 3 road games, its power play has been sharp at 30%. Carolina has handled over 81% of opposing power plays and has given up 10 goals in its last 3 home games. Those mixed results shape the picture of this matchup as it builds toward its close. Only at the end of this analysis does the balance of play point toward the home team. As our first pick for this matchup, the Carolina Hurricanes money line is our full game side pick. Edmonton arrives after a 5-4 loss to Columbus. Carolina plays the second half of a back-to-back after a 4-3 overtime win over Vancouver on home ice. In the Canes' last 5 games, the over has hit in 4 of them, and the same holds for the Oilers. Carolina stands as the 3rd highest scoring team in the league at 3.71 goals per game. Edmonton sits just above 3 per game at 3.05. Edmonton struggles most in its own end, giving up 3.42 per game. Carolina's pace and aggressive rush play can stretch a defense, and Edmonton's tendency to leave gaps can open clear looks. Edmonton still has 2 stars who can tilt a game at any moment. In the total analysis, both teams bring recent trends that point to more open ice, more pressure, and more chances, and those factors settle into place as the analysis wraps up. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Jersey Devils versus Washington Capitals. The Washington Capitals will host the New Jersey Devils on Saturday night. The Capitals enter this game in a slow stretch. They went 3-6-1 in their last 10 games. They will not have their key forward Jack Hughes after a hand injury away from the rink. Without him, the Devils lose a major part of their attack. He leads their team with 20 points in 17 games. His absence matters because they face a strong defensive group, and they lose their main driver of scoring. The Capitals sit tied for 3rd in goals against per game at 2.59. Their goaltender Logan Thompson is set to start and has a 1.85 goals against average and a .923 save rate in 12 starts. They return home from a 4-game road trip where they went 1-3. They look ready to open this homestand with steady play. As our first pick for this matchup, the Washington Capitals money line is our full game side pick. The Capitals allow only 2.59 goals per game. Their defense with Jacob Chychrun and John Carlson helps create turnovers in the defensive zone and limit shots. This setup lets Logan Thompson face clear chances and make big saves. The Devils allow 2.94 goals per game. Their defense with Luke Hughes, Simon Nemec, and Dougie Hamilton can force turnovers in all 3 zones and reduce the Capitals' scoring chances. Jacob Markstrom can handle the shots that get through. Both teams can slow the pace with structure and pressure in the right areas, which points toward a game with few goals as our second pick for this matchup. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them. So leave a comment down below and do let us know.